special webinar on Global Tech Horizons, Education and Immigration in the Digital Age. We are pleased to have you with us. We explore the transformative power of technological education and exciting opportunity it opens across the world. My name is Akon. I will be the host for your today's event. We are pleased. We have a packed agenda lineup designed to not only enlighten you but also inspire you to take action towards adopting the tech education and leveraging it for a brighter future. Whether you are a student, a professional, or someone curious about the tech field, today's discussion will provide valuable insights and a clear roadmap to guide your journey. So, our today's objective of this webinar to create awareness of vast amount of opportunities in tech field. Second, inspire especially Africans to adopt tech education for a brighter future. And third, provide a roadmap for those interested in exploring the opportunities of the tech education. So we are fortunate to have with us the esteemed speakers, including migration consultants and educational tech specialists, who will discuss on the special topics such as DevOps and cybersecurity. Their expertise will undoubtedly provide a deeper understanding of the current landscape and emerging trends in tech education and immigration. Moving to the next slide. A few housekeeping points before we proceed. Please keep your microphones muted unless you speak. Feel free to drop your question in the real-time chat or save them for the dedicated Q&A section, which we have at the end of the session. And today's session will be recorded, and the recording will be shared after the event. And don't please note that we have a poll and survey, and your feedback and webinar experience on that will be counted, and there will be uh, 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 Amazon gift for $50 for the survey winner. So stay tuned. And today's session will be uh, held with our specialist uh, immigration consultants and education tech specialists. So first, I would like to uh, I'd like to uh, present our immigration consultant, Mr. Akif Khan, the immigration attorney, to present his presentation, and after that, followed by, uh, we will go to the educational tech specialist. So please, Mr. Akif Khan, you can share your screen and uh, proceed with the presentation, please.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's webinar. My name is Akif Khan, and I am an immigration attorney with extensive experience and providing visa and immigration services for the UK, Canada, USA, and Ireland, and so on. I'm excited to share some valuable insights with you today, and I look forward to address any question you may have at the end of the webinar. Thank you for joining us, and let's get started. So, the first opportunity we will have to discuss related to the UK visa and immigration. There are two visa categories. Generally, they are providing without any certificate of sponsorship. Number first is the Innovative Founder Visa. Innovative Founder Visa is the kind of visa which is for startup of the business entrepreneur. So the eligibility criteria is very simple. Everyone among you can apply if you
Akif,
meet the eligibility
Akif,
criteria.
sorry. Sorry, you're not sharing your slide.
Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you, but you are not sharing your slide.
Oh, it's all right. Let me share it.
Yeah, thank you. I think while we're waiting for Akif, I'm just going to go ahead and take the next session. Hopefully, you should be back before then. So just give me 1 minute. All right. Hi, everyone. Can everybody hear me loud and clear?
Yes, perfectly. We can hear
Okay.
you.
All right. Great. Great. All right. Thank you so much, everyone. We want to first appreciate you for taking the time to join us tonight. Again, quickly, just as the moderator said, the objective tonight for us is simple. We want to create the awareness of the vast amount of opportunities available as in the tech career. And we also want to inspire you to start to look at these opportunities. And finally, to help create a roadmap for those who will be interested in pursuing this career. So specifically, I'm going to be talking about DevOps tonight. And once I finish our DevOps, I'm going to invite my colleague who is going to be talking about cybersecurity. Now, there are a couple of different areas, but we want to focus on those skills that are in high demand and that are also very easy to learn. So in other words, everybody can learn them. All right, so with that being said, let's get started. All right, so like I said, specifically, my objective tonight is to give you valuable information about one of the best way, especially for those of you who are looking to travel abroad. Now, there are different ways to travel abroad, but I'm going to be sharing with you one of the best way. And not only about traveling abroad, but when you eventually travel abroad, how do you get to secure a high-paying job? All right. So just a little bit about myself. My name is Akinola Ujola. I'm a cloud solution architect and a DevOps consultant. My specialty areas are in automation, DevOps technologies, artificial intelligence, and machine learning. So these are my focus area. I have over 2 decades of professional experience, and I've worked in leading Fortune 500 companies, including Fujitsu, Walmart, and MasterCard. So that's just a little bit about myself. All right, so I'm going to start with a personal story about myself. About 22 years ago, I left Nigeria as a young student. So shortly after I finished my first degree, so it was my desire, like most young graduates, back then, to travel abroad for further studies. I couldn't afford the school fees and the cost of living, but I have to look for an alternative. And again, uh, with information, now the same information is power. And again, that's one of the objective of tonight, to share valuable information with you. So with the right information, I was able to get admission. I didn't have to pay the school fees. And then I was able to get the student visa. And then I was able to leave Nigeria, for further studies abroad. And that was my dream. And I was really very happy. And that was 20 years ago. All right. So with that being said, I then started to live my dream. So my dream was, okay, now that I'm abroad, I'm studying. Once I finish my studies, I'm going to go back home and marry my beautiful girlfriend. We're going to start, a lovely family, buy that big house, buy that nice car, and live life, happily thereafter. That was my dream. All right. But it didn't happen exactly like that. So, and this is me. Well, not exactly me, but that looks very much like me. So after my master's degree, I found myself, having to push a trolley in the middle of the night, at minus 15 degrees, to deliver newspapers for people, to read when they wake up. So I did this for a while. It was the most difficult job I've ever done in my life. So one night while I was pushing this trolley, I looked at myself and I said, you have a master's degree, and this is what you're doing. And right there that night, I made up my mind, that I'm not going to do this job anymore. So in the morning, I went to the office and I said to them, I'm sorry, I have to leave this job. Now, there's nothing wrong with this job. Don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with any job, But the point I'm trying to say is that you can only start with any job, but the point is you don't have to stay there. So I made up my mind I wasn't going to do this job, and I left the job. Now, the reason why it was easy for me to leave this job was because I was already doing something on the side with my hands. So I was already fixing computers, I was selling computers. So, and I know that if I can only focus and devote time into what I'm doing, I'm going to make it successful. I wasn't making enough money at that time, but I know if I could put more time into it, and put my time and energy into it, I can make it work. So I resigned from this job and I focused on my business and I grew it. But the point I'm trying to say is that life is not all roses. So when we travel abroad as immigrants, unfortunately, a lot of immigrants, they're still, working like this. They might not exactly be pushing this trolley, but they are at the bottom of the ladder because, you have to compete with people who are more experienced than you, or maybe in your own area of specialty is a lot of competition. So what happens is that you find that a lot of people, they are stuck in this kind of a job. And that's one of the reasons why we are talking about this seminar today, because we don't want you to live in Africa, and end up in Europe, and end up like this. Because if you come, you have to pay your bills, you have to take care of your family, and if you cannot get the job that you deserve, you would have to end up with something like this. All right. So now that was a long time ago, and things has changed, life has changed, technology has changed, and with the change in technology, it has brought incredible opportunities. And that's one of the things we're going to be talking about tonight. So technology has brought incredible opportunities. But again, back to information as power. Unless you know it, unless you're aware, you cannot take advantage of this information. And that's one of the things we're going to be talking about tonight. So technology is also an extremely fast-moving train. It's not going to wait for you. Whether you join the train or you don't join the train, it's moving. As a matter of fact, it's about to leave the platform. So we don't care if you join the train or not, but those who are smart enough to join the train, they take advantage and they begin to enjoy the benefits. All right. So, and these are just a few of some really smart guys who have taken advantage of technology and who are doing great. So I'm not going to go, because of time, we're not going to go into too much details, but if the host can just drop the link to our Instagram page, you're going to see these guys talk about their experience. So this is Tomiwa. These guys are working today in Fortune 500 companies, all of them Fortune 500 companies. Now, the only guy who has some IT experience is Tomiwa. Now, Huma has no IT experience. Ben actually is a medical doctor. Moses is a business student, and Sam is a chemical engineer. So these guys have no IT experience, but today they are all doing great, working with some of the world's largest companies because they have access to valuable information. They took it, they explore it, and now they're doing really great. So if you go to our Instagram page, you go see this guys, interview, and hopefully it will inspire you. All right. So quickly, let's now talk about the technology itself. And we're not going to deep dive because this is not, a class. This is just, an information session. So everything will be very, very, high level. But remember, very important, very important. 4 out of these guys have no IT experience and they are doing great today. So it doesn't matter what your background is, be rest assured that, we are going to teach you from the very basic, and you're going to know enough for you to go, and land your dream job. All right. So we're going to be talking about cloud, and DevOps. So there are two different things, but very well related, right? So when we talk about cloud computing, obviously, unless you are living under the rock, you would have heard about cloud computing. So quickly, what do we mean when we talk about cloud computing? So now the definition says on-demand delivery of computing services over the internet. But don't worry about the definition, right? So, but the key thing is that what do we mean by this? It simply means that services that you will own yourself by buying, by acquiring, by owning, somebody else is, owning them and offering them to you as a service. And you see, you take it on demand when you need it. When you don't need it, you don't have it. When you need it, you request for it. And then you do what? Because of that, you also pay for it when you use it. And a very good example is, let's quickly talk about transportation. So let's think of it this way. You want to buy a car, right? Why do you buy a car? Because you want to move from point A to point B. That's why you're buying a car, right? That's the primary responsibility of a car. Obviously, you can decide to arrive in style. So instead of buying, for example, a Toyota, of course, you can decide to buy yourself a Lexus. But at the end of the day, whether it's a Lexus or a Toyota, it's still all about moving you from point A to point B, right? But remember, when you buy this car, you have to buy the car. Obviously, it costs money, especially if you want to arrive in style and buy yourself a Lexus. You have to pay for tax, you have to pay for insurance, you have to put the gas, you have to service the car. It's a lot of responsibility when you own a car, just to take you from point A to point B. Now, think of it this way. What if instead of, actually buying the car, and inheriting all this responsibility, what if when I need to go out, maybe I don't even go out much, I go out just once in a while, maybe then I can just do what? Call an Uber. Imagine how easy your life would have been. So you go out once a week, you only use the Uber once a week. You buy a car, you go out, you don't go out, it's there, consuming money. So now think of bringing that into the IT world. So that has, drastically changed the way we work, the way we play, the way we do business. And that's why today, every organization, they are adopting this technology. All right, but again, very high level. But when you join the program, you're going to deep dive and you're going to have a very good understanding of what we are talking about. So when we talk about DevOps then, what are we talking about? In order to have a very good understanding of what DevOps is, let's go back and look at what life is before DevOps, right? So again, it's all about software. And let's think about your banking application. So we all have, a bank account. Obviously, we don't go to the bank anymore these days. So we do the transfer, we do the payment, at the comfort of our homes, through our mobile phones and all that. Now, everything at the end of the day is all about the application. And it all starts from these guys in gray. So they are the developers. They build this they write this code, to do all these beautiful things in the application. But obviously the code is useless until they give that code to these guys in black. And these guys are the operation guys. So they take the code from the developers and they deploy the code on the servers, and that is when yourself and myself, we can now have access to the application. Now it's a very complex process. We are just, talking about it, at a very high level. But this process, doesn't work. As a matter of fact, and you see the way it is, it's a disaster for many reasons. But one of the main reasons is that these guys and these guys, they see themselves as different teams. When things doesn't work, it takes time, to bring them together to resolve issue. At the end of the day, what this means is that it just basically slow down the delivery of this software to the customer. And that's a big point to the company, because if this software doesn't get to the customer doesn't make money. And everybody wants to make money. The bank wants to make money. So if you don't get access to the application, you go to another bank. So it's important that the bank is able to get this right. And that's why DevOps has come. And DevOps is fixing this problem. But to have a better understanding, let's imagine a very busy kitchen. You go to a nice, luxurious restaurant, and just imagine what's happening in the kitchen. Now, unless these guys, chefs, unless they work together in harmony, the guest, will not get their food on time. So these guys have to work, well together. So the guys cutting the vegetables, the guy frying them, they have to work together. That is when the customer can get the really good, juicy, dinner. And that's why he's happy to come back. If the food is not well done, not well cooked, he's not coming back tomorrow. If he has to wait 2 hours to get his food, he's not coming back tomorrow. So think of this kitchen as DevOps. What is he doing then? Organizing, everybody, the developers, the operational guys, to work together to be more efficient. Communication is better. And then more importantly, we try to automate. When we say automate, we avoid what we do manually. We write some code to do it automatically for us. Because as human beings, we are prone to errors. So the whole idea is that this, helps these teams basically to work together as one team and to be able to get, the development of the software, the testing it, and getting to the customer quicker, because it's important that we get our brand new shiny software to the customer before our competitor does. And then not only faster, because if it's faster and it doesn't work well, what's the point? So faster and reliable. We want to get a good, stable, reliable software. And it's difficult to achieve, but then with DevOps, we're able to achieve it. Now, the best part of it is that think of your bank. Is your bank an IT company? No. Your bank is a financial services company. Think of Amazon. We are giving Amazon vouchers out to people that buy stuff on Amazon. Amazon, for God's sake, is not an IT company. Amazon is a retailer. But all these people, they need to have those applications working. So the best part is that it doesn't matter what industry any company operates, whether it's healthcare, whether it's transport. Think of airline. How many times do you go to a physical store to buy tickets? You book your ticket via their web application. So every industry in the world, as long as it's large, requires reliable application. And to make that application, stand, they need, really good DevOps engineer behind it. So we are needed everywhere. So there's such a huge demand for this skill set. And that's why it's definitely an area where you should start looking at focusing on. All right. So if you now bring it together, the cloud and the DevOps, what are we talking about? Simple. How do we build an efficient system? So when we combine cloud and DevOps, it helps us to build an efficient system whereby software can be built, it can be tested, and it can be released quickly. Because at the end of the day, that software, the application can be released to us, and we can use it. And finally, reliably, without errors. All right. So with that being said, I think I pretty much answered most of the questions here. But again, let's just go through it quickly. So why should you are here tonight, you're wondering, so then why should I actually study DevOps? Now, like I said, the first thing is that it's a high demand. There's a high demand for DevOps skill because it's been needed in virtually every industry. You are needed, whether it's in the healthcare, transport, retail, it doesn't matter. Technology itself, you are needed. As a matter of fact, banks today in the Western world here, they employ more tech guys than more finance guys because we are the backbone of the technology that powers the bank itself. And that's important. All right. And again, these skills, they are no skills that you can learn in the college. If you spend 20 years in the university, you can't know this. You can only learn this skill, by experience. All right. And that's one of the things I'm going to be teaching you. Obviously, when you have these skills, it creates global career opportunities. Now, because this skill set is not readily available, right? So employers all over the world, they are looking everywhere, looking into Asia, looking into Africa, offering remote job, offering visa sponsorship jobs, because they can't find them anywhere. So they are looking everywhere they can find them. As long as you know this stuff, you don't care where you are. The key thing is that you know the stuff. And because, again, there is a very high demand, but there's very little supply. So there is a matter of demand and supply. So because of that, it has become one of the highest paying jobs. My friends, if you know how much these are earning, you can Google it online to have an idea of how much they're earning. So if competition is your motivation, definitely that's one of the things you should be looking at. Job security, analysts are saying to us that where we are now, we have not even started. So you can imagine, it's really crazy now, but they saying to us that we're not even started. So that means, and if you look at the projection, we have projection for the next 15 years. And it's increasing steadily. Every year, the projection of revenue increases from reliable source. So it's a job that is secure. So not tomorrow, it's like a bubble and it's busting open. No. All right. And then for those, very important, for those who are looking for relocation, it's one of the best means that you can use to relocate. Now, because of the demand, countries across the world, they have special interest with people with this skill. Now, let me take that because we are based in Dublin. Let me talk a little bit. I know our immigration consultant is coming back to give us more information about all this. But quickly, in Ireland, for example, we have two types of visa. We have the work visa, and then we have the critical work permit. Now, look at the name, critical. Now, the requirement for this kind of visa is like half of the requirement for the other visa. Now, with this kind of visa, with just 2 years in the country, you get permanent residence. Now, why are they doing all that? Is it because they like you so much? No. But because you have a vital skill that they know that if you bring it to the country, we'll use it to develop the country. So, and in the UK as well, the global talent visa, in the US, Canada. So there are different schemes. People don't want, New Zealanders to come to their country, but when you have this skill, there are different opportunities, to come to the country. And not only coming to the country and pushing the trolley like I did, but coming, and continue to live the life of your dreams. All right. So how do you get started? Quickly. The best part of it is that you don't need any prior IT experience. It's unbelievable. That, okay, I have no IT experience and you're telling me I can do this? Absolutely. Again, when you look at the videos on Instagram, look at this guy talk, we're going to share with you as well our Trustpilot. Trustpilot is for reviews. Read the reviews, see what other people are saying, people that has zero IT experience, look at what they're saying. So you can do it. Everybody can do it. The only thing is that it requires a lot of commitment. Well, if you think of the benefits, that okay, if I do this, I'm successful, I can land a job, that I can work remotely and earn in dollars, or I can actually land a job, that will take me out into the Western world. When you think of all that, then it will motivate you to put a lot of effort and take this program. So the first thing is obviously, no IT experience. Now the second thing is that you don't need to go the traditional route of going back to college. Again, remember that, like I said, even if you go to college, you can't learn this skill. So the best bet is to look for a very good boot camp, like our boot camp, Methodological Academy, where we focus on job-ready skill. So whatever we teach you is strictly those skills that employers are looking for. You're going to work with them, you're going to play with them, and that will give you the experience that's needed. All right. So, Methodological Academy, quickly, a little bit about ourselves. So, we are an end-to-end tech bootcamp. We are AWS partner, so we're on the partnership network. We are also DevOps Institute Premier Registered Partner, and we are also PeopleSat DevOps Training Accredited Center. So we are being accredited by some of the world's largest cloud provider and a DevOps accreditation body. So we focuses on, like I said, on emerging technologies and job-ready skills. So our focus area are in DevOps, cybersecurity, site reliability engineering, AI ops, artificial intelligence operations, IT operations, business analyst, and product owner. So now, why did you choose these areas? Because, like I said, these areas are in high demand, and also they have, a relatively, leveled, learning curve. So it's not so difficult, and anybody can learn them. We also provide optionally for those who have taken the program, and they are happy. We have an optional work placement. So maybe you have taken the program and you say, okay, you know what, I want to go a bit more. I like to maybe to explore your work experience. So we have that as well, but that's completely different. That's not part of this. So if you're interested in that, you can always reach out, to the support team, and they can provide you more information. But that definitely is for people who already have some really good experience. So, but for now, the focus is on the master class. All right, and so like I said originally, our focus is the awareness, because at the moment Africans, we are underrepresented. The Asians are well represented. The Asians are doing really, really, really. So the likes of Apan, the likes of Kaltakative, these guys are doing massive, massive, massive work in IT. But as Africans, we are underrepresented at every level. At the professional level, at the decision-making level, we are underrepresented. So tonight, one of our key objectives, apart from inspire you to consider these technologies to improve your life, is also to start to help to make people consider this career, so that we start to have better presence in tech. And we know that no matter how much we talk about this, if we don't make this affordable for people, they still can't do anything about it. So we have made it as cheap as possible. And not only that, we have also created flexible payment options, so that, if you don't have enough money, we can work with you so that you can spread it, and make it easier for you. Now, for those who are in the West, maybe in the UK, Ireland, for example, or when you get here eventually, we also have what we call, the study now, pay later, where we can actually spread it a little bit more. But that's for people who are already here, because, it's finance. So we can't do it for now in Africa. But once you get here, yes, if you're in the UK, if you're in Ireland, you can spread it for up to 24 months. But for now, we have reduced the price. I will talk more about that. It's part of the offers. And again, please don't leave until the end of this session. It's very important. Don't leave until the end of the session, because we have some incredible offers to give. All right. And we also offer career support. So we don't just train you and leave you. No, we work with you to make sure that not only do you get the required, skill, but also how do you actually, translate that actually into your career change. So we work with you back to back, your career, getting you, your CV, your LinkedIn profile, work with you around that area. And not only that, we work with you, we support you, when it comes to time to actually, how do you now get a job? Because at the end of the day, that's the objective. So the first thing that we require you to be committed, to be successful. When you are committed and you are successful, we work with you back to back for you to achieve your dream. So we work. So at the moment, we are partners. We are partners with different consulting companies. As a consulting company ourselves, we have many of these customers. We can provide you thousands and thousands of job opportunities, available in Ireland. So we have databases going as far as thousands of job openings that are going to provide for you. I'm going to work with you, across all this area for you to achieve your objective. All right, so that's a little bit about what we do at Multilogic Academy. All right, so what is the offer? So we have a 12 weeks DevOps Masterclass. And not only that, as AWS partner, we are also going to be throwing into you AWS certification, specifically the associate and the professional level. And this is worth up to $300, completely free. So if you say, okay, you know what, I think I'm really good at what I do, now I'm going to go for the professional, that will cost you $300. So with the masterclass, with the certification that costs up to $300, and you also get a certificate of completion from us, with the career and the job business support, all this together normally costs 2,500. But again, because we are coming into Africa for this awareness and we want to make it affordable for as many people as possible, we are doing a one-time promo for our next cohort, which is starting on the 24th of August with an 80% promotion. And we are bringing the price down all the way from $2,500 to just $500. Now, this is a one-time offer. We have limited, at the moment, we have over 1,000 people on this webinar. Despite the fact that I want to help as many people as possible, there's no way we can give that to everybody. All right, so it's going to be a first come, first serve. The next course is starting on the 24th of August. Now, to enroll, to show your interest, what we need is we need you to pay a €100 deposit to reserve your space. So we can't reserve your space until we get a deposit from you, because we don't want to reserve your space because we have limited space. If we reserve your space and you don't join, you would have let other people miss that space. So for you to secure space on the program, you need to pay a deposit of €100. Now, the balance will depend on how you want to pay it. So if you have the $500 today, I mean, there's no reason why you can't pay it. But if you don't have it, whenever you have it, but as long as you pay it, your space is secured. Now, the balance can now be paid once, but it has to be paid. And when you pay the balance of $400, for example, you're going to get immediate access to our learning management system and our complete knowledge database. Why is this important? Because the program is not starting until the 24th of August. So we kind of have like six weeks. Now, within these 6 weeks, you can already familiarize yourself, go through the content, and be prepared. So by the time the program starts in August, you pretty much have gone through most of the things. Now, you might not have an understanding, but at least you started. All right. Now, for those who like to maybe now say, okay, maybe I don't have the $400 at once, I would like to spread it. You can now spread it into 2 payments. So you pay $250 definitely before the program starts on the 24th. And then the balance of $250 you cannot pay at the end of next month, which is 30th of September. But again, for those who now spread it, the moment you pay your first installment of $250, you will also get access to the learning portal and also to our knowledge database. So how do I now enroll? To enroll, all you have to do is just send an email to admission@motivalogic.com. So we're going to drop that in the chat. So just send an email to admission@motivalogic.com that you're interested, I'm going to give you, an invoice. If you want to pay €100 or if you want to pay the $400 or if you have any question whatsoever. So just send an email to us and they'll be glad to answer your questions. All right, and that has brought us to the end of my session. And with that being said, I'm going to hand over back to Apan, and hopefully Akif is ready now.
Yeah, thank you very much. So I would definitely share some insight and wonderful opportunities after joining these academies and this certification throughout worldwide, especially to UK, USA, Canada, and Ireland. So let me share this screen and file. If the host enable me to share the screen, so that.
Yeah, so just 1 minute. Okay, yeah, go ahead now.
Is it all right now?
Yeah,
yeah, we can see.
Yeah. So just like you share some insight about the wonderful opportunities about the certification and the discount and the future opportunities. So now let's discuss some immigration related to visa regarding to those opportunities in the US, Canada, UK, and Ireland. So let's start from the UK immigration pathway for those who have those certifications and some higher qualification or bachelor. The first one is innovative founder visa. Innovative founder visa is for those who have those certification, minimum a bachelor degree or higher degree, and those who have some good business ideas. So we can assess them throughout the process of securing the visa and up to ILR, indefinitely leave to remain, and then after naturalization and citizenship. So the main thing they just to do as their bachelor degree with some kind of certification, just like you explained very well previously, along with their relevant experience. So after that, we will provide them the assessment report after the applicant is eligible or not. After the assessment report, we can further assess them with the application process, say, preparation of documents, and each and everything. So the second, this was the first opportunity. For this visa, none of the applicant need any initial investment. They just need some kind of certification, business ideas, and a minimum a bachelor degree, some kind of certification, and 3 or 5 years of relevant experience. This was all about the innovative founder visa. For that, they don't need this visa. Is initially issued for 3 years, and after that, they can apply for indefinite leave to remain, and after naturalization and to citizenship. This was a whole process of innovative founder visa. So we can how we can assess the clients, the applicants throughout the process. Firstly, we will definitely provide them with the assessment report, and after that, there are two categories in this visa. First is the endorsement process, and we have did a lot of clients who were very weak profile, and they secure the endorsement letter from the UK Home Office. This is really a great opportunity to secure endorsement letter. After that, we can assess them with the innovative founder visa application, which is very high success ratio. So the rejection issue is almost 2 to 3% if you make some mistakes in the documentation and the application. So let me proceed to the second opportunity the applicant can avail after getting some certification, some kind of bachelor degree or higher with relevant job experience. We can also assess those clients, those applicants with the UK Global Talent Visa application process, from providing information, instructions, step-by-step process, each and everything. So just like I told you that we can assist the clients, those who have some kind of certification with innovative founder application. Same is the UK Global Talent Visa application as well. There are two categories in this process. We have to categorize this process into two categories. The first one is the endorsement process, and the second one is the application process. Firstly, like I told you, I know very better about this visa categories because I am working on this visa category since 2015 and have vast experience related to UK Global Talent Visa and Innovative Founder Visa. So this is also for a potential leader and for a leader. So let me differentiate between the leader and potential leader. Leader are those who have minimum a bachelor degree with some kind of rewards, certification, relevant experience, and potential leader are those who are in the initial phase of their career. So definitely this is also a great opportunity for those who have academia or research qualification, arts or culture, digital technology. So for digital technology, if anyone join the Motive Logic Academy for their DevOps certification, definitely they can avail this great opportunity. And this visa is for 5 years, and you don't need any kind of initial investment. You don't need any kind of more supporting documents. If you have just leadership qualities or potential leadership qualities, just like I explained, a bachelor or other than bachelor, like higher than bachelor with relevant experience, either less than 5 or more than 5 years of experience, so you are eligible for this visa category. But your background must be from academia or research, arts or culture, and digital technology. So most probably we can assess all the applicants throughout the process, from providing general information and guidance, successful reissue, step-by-step process, each and everything we will assess the applicants. So this was really a great opportunity to secure citizenship in the UK and to represent Nigeria, Africa, and some Asian community in the United Kingdom or throughout the Europe, because they can issue the visa for 3 years, like I'm talking about UK Innovative Founder Visa, and 5 years for Global Talent Visa. And after that, they can even apply for a citizenship, naturalization, or citizenship. So that was all about the opportunities of those who have advanced degree or some kind of leadership or business idea or a potential leader to avail these opportunities in the UK. But some of the applicants were asking that what about those who have those certification with some kind of bachelor degree or higher degree? Can they avail some kind of opportunities related to US as well? So let me discuss the opportunities they can avail in the US. The most important and easy opportunity for them is to become a green card holder is EB2 and AWR visa. EB2 and AWR has same kind of two categories, just like advanced degree and exceptional ability. Advanced degree, if you can meet that, if you have a master degree or a higher degree or a bachelor with 5 years of experience, then you can definitely apply for advanced degree for EB2 and AWR to get a direct green card of the US. The second one is exceptional ability. Exceptional ability is the second category of the EB2 and AWR, which directly leads the applicants to green card holder and then citizenship and then to passport. So if you have a master or bachelor with relevant 10 years of experience in the science, arts, or business, then you can avail this opportunity. How we will assess applicant throughout the process? Firstly, after sharing their profile, we will provide them with the assessment report, either the applicant is eligible or not. If he is not eligible, then we will issue some kind of certification from the Motive Logic Academy so that their application can be strengthened in this way. This is also a great opportunity for everyone. And if you don't have any kind of degree or certification or other awards, so you can meet three of the categories which are here. So official academic record, just like I explained previously, that you must have some bachelor degree or higher degree with 5 year relevant experience or 10-year relevant experience. But if you don't have those experience, we can also give some offer an 80% discount nowadays on certification of DevOps, AWS. So you can avail those opportunity to make sure to strengthen your profile for these opportunities. So this was all about the opportunities you can avail throughout through our assistant for the UK, for the USA visa categories. This visa categories don't need any employment letter, any job offer. You can apply, and you will have to and they can approve your visa if you have some kind of certification with degree, with some awards, with some publications, with some achievements. So we can assist you with this visa category as well. Akinola, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes, sure.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Akif Khan, immigration attorney, for his valuable information. And also, I would like to thank Mr. Akinola for his motivated and informative speech, also as well as the informative the DevOps process, how we can, how students, how clients can join to this course. And next, I would like to uh, invite Mr. Imran Khan, cybersecurity solution provider and MSP consultant, to present his presentation. Please, Mr. Imran Khan.
Holly, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you. Please, you can share your screen.
Okay, so please let me share my screen so I can tell you about the security. So please allow me to share my screen. Okay, now I have option to share my screens here. My name is let's introduce myself before going to can I audible?
Yes.
Yeah,
Okay.
we can hear you perfectly.
Okay. So let's introduce myself first. My name is Imran Khan. I'm a cybersecurity solution provider. I'm an MSP consultant. I've been working in technologies for the last 15 years and with the different domains like system, MSPs, networks, cybersecurity. But here I'm talking about the cybersecurity, and just I just want to give you a brief idea or overview of the cybersecurity. You know, the technology is evolving every day, but the threats are there. People, the bad, we have the good people and we have bad people. Bad people actually try to damage your not only your property, because you know the information technology is your property, data is your property, endpoint is your property. So they actually want to breach your property and they hack and they want to actually get money and something from it. So here the cybersecurity come into the play when we are going to protect. So let's start with the cybersecurity. Cybersecurity, the practice of the protecting systems and protecting of the systems, uh, networks and program for the digital attacks. Here, the digital attacks are attacks that are any kind of attacks that actually involve to destroy or so. Please give me seconds. Let me go to my. Oh, I'm not able to actually share my screen. No, you're mute.
We can see your screen, Imran. You can see it.
You can see it.
Yeah.
Okay, but, okay, so
You can see slide 3 now.
I can't actually see it, so that's why I'm. So what are the networks and program for the digital attack? So let's move to the different option in the cybersecurity. What actually option are there in cybersecurity? We have in cybersecurity, we have penetration testing, we have, sorry, I'm so sorry. Okay, for different option in the cybersecurity is a SOC, penetration test, pen testing, and GRC. So let's actually get a dig in these terminologies, what they are and how they actually do the work. SOC is actually the Security Operations Center, and the SOC has a component like SIEM. SIEM is the Security Incident and Event Management, and there are the endpoints and detection response, XDR. SIEM actually is at the top of everything, and at the top of SIEM there is SOC. So EDR is something that actually collect the threats, monitor the threats, and protect your endpoint. And XDR is something that actually not only protect your endpoint, it protect your cloud apps. It's like as your Active Directory, Office 365, with data leak protection, and everything. So let's move ahead and look about the SIEM. The Security Incident and Event Management. SIEM is the major component of the SOC. The major role of the SIEM is to collect the logs, because you collect the log from your endpoint, you collect the log from your network device, your router, your firewall, and you actually, what do you do in SIEM? You actually log and analysis the logs, and it's end with automation. The second part, major part of the SIEM is the SOAR. That is the actually security architecture and automation response, which automate the remediation for the incident. Whenever there is an incident, there are the remediations. So you actually automate these remediations, and they actually took place automatically. And as the Aknol told you, this is the technology. This is like the, it's like a magic working around here. So let's move ahead and talk about the second thing, that pen testing. Pen testing. Pen testing is the authorized similar. You actually, this is something like you hack the system, but this is not the bad hacking. This is the good hacking. This is to evaluate the security of the endpoint, or the security posture of any organization. It's authorized simulation cyber attack on a computer system performed to evaluate the cyber security of the system. And what tools we actually use for the pen testing, the Kali Linux. But these are the different tools that actually you actually, what do you do in a hacking? You actually break the password, you actually get the access, you actually make the reconnaissance, you actually first of all, that you actually get the vulnerabilities on any system, and then you actually exploit that vulnerabilities to get access, and then you actually what you get the access and you hack the system. So let's move ahead and talk about the last part of our slide. This is the GRE. These are like there are some frameworks, some standard organization that actually play an important role to secure an organization's infrastructure, security posture. So we are the ISO 27 is actually an authority, a standardization organization that actually define the controls. Sorry, that actually define the controls for your security posture. And NIST is the framework for actually to how to protect, how to detect, how to actually, when there is an incident, you actually first of all, what do, you actually get the log, you analysis, you investigate, and then you what do you actually automate. OWASP is actually for the web. Is web security. Whenever there is cybersecurity about the website, then webs frameworks came into the picture. So now let's move to the last. Why should we learn cybersecurity? This is the question, because I told you in the very beginning that the bad people are there. Trojans and bad codes are there. They can actually get access to your system. They can get your intellectual properties. They can actually get your data exfiltration. They can actually steal your credit card number. They can steal your personal information, and they can sell on the dark web. They can actually get the money from them, and this is actually what the behind of every criminal. So cybersecurity is a high demand in a market. With the emerging technology, the cybersecurity need is growing. Global, this is when we are talking about this, the technology is not limited to the country or the region. The technologies around the world. If you have the laptop, and you are doing the Office 365 here in my country, in other country, and you can do this in Europe and USA. So technology is same around the world. So if you are expert in cybersecurity in one of the region, you can be go and you can grow around the world. There is no boundary. So high paying cybersecurity, obviously they are the high paying job around the world. No doubt people are making a lot of money from these skill immigrations. And yes, because because in UK and USA there is high demand for the cybersecurity people. They actually looking for them. The jobs are coming in a huge quantity. In future, you will see that the cybersecurity graph is going up, because now we are dealing with the cloud. So there are also cybersecurity in the cloud. So you need, whenever you have the app on the cloud, you have service on the cloud, you need to secure them, because the businesses are growing, the competition is going strong, so the hacker and the bad people are there. So I will end with this slide. Aknola.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Imran Khan, for his valuable speech and the discussion about the cybersecurity and the valuable insight he gave us about the cybersecurity and his why we need to we need to learn the cybersecurity, the demand as well. So going to the next slide, I would like to now share my screen, and end of our valuable discussion about immigration consultation and the educational tech specialist shared their views about the DevOps and the cybersecurities. Now moving to the offer section, we have our winner for the Amazon gift from the training feedback survey. He is Mr. Ahmed Taiba, our winner for $50 Amazon gift card. Moving to the next slide, and we offer some some uh, amazing offers for three $50 Amazon gift cards for lucky winners. For that, you need to follow us in the Instagram and the FB platform. And those who have followed us from the 4th of July already, they are within the consideration of this draw. And I would give 2 or 3 minutes in the uh, mm, audience, so that you can follow the Instagram and Facebook platform. And the gift will be announced on the 20th July on the Instagram and Facebook page. All right, so you can take some time to follow us on the Instagram and AP platform. And after that, we can go through our dedicated question answer, the QA session. So if you have any question, you may feel free to ask.
Thanks, Akman. Before we go into the Q&A, if you want to share the screen back for the offer.
Okay.
All right, thanks. Thanks, Akman. All right, so just to reiterate on what Akman has said, yeah, so 3 lucky winners are going to be selected at random for $50 Amazon gift card. Now, we know that some people have already started to follow us from the 4th of July. So if you have already done that from the 4th of July, you will still be entered into the draw. But we need you to follow us on both Instagram and Facebook because we're going to check across both platforms. Yeah, so please, if you are interested, we're going to just give you just 2 more minutes to do it now. And then after that, we're going to close it for today. And then we're going to announce the winner on the 20th of July. Hamed Taiba, if you're on the call, yes, so you have just won the $50 for the review. Please get in touch with the team so that you can get information on how to get access to your card. All right, so 1 more minute, and then we're going to go into the Q&A.
Okay, so congratulations, Ahmed Toyoba. The link is on the chat. You can
the link. Yeah, thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks. Exactly. Apologies for that. Yeah, so the link is on the chat. So please click on the link, and it takes you directly to the platforms.
Yeah.
Right. So okay, I think we can leave this in the background, Akman, and we can go to the Q&A.
Okay.
I think I can share my screen now, actually, for that. Yeah, let me share my screen for that. Thank you. All right, so thanks everyone once again. So please, if you have not followed us, please do that in the background while we open up for Q&A. So across the immigration questions, across DevOps questions, across cybersecurity, yeah, please feel free. Now, I know we have over 1,000 people on the call, and I see a lot of questions coming in. We might not be able to answer all the questions, but we are compiling them. And what we're going to do is that we're going to create a question or Q&A a file, and we're going to share this with everybody. But in the meantime, we still have 15 minutes, so we can take those questions live. And after that, we can go to some of the questions in the chat. Okay, unfortunately, we cannot take questions live because people can't speak at the moment. But I think we're going to go through the questions we have, in the chat that's not been answered yet. I think a couple of them have been answered already. But for those that have not been answered, I think we're going to go through them live. All right, thank you.